Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about the topic that weighs heavily on my heart, and I believe on the hearts of many around the world: the ongoing conflict between Israel and Palestine. This is not just a political issue; it is a humanitarian crisis that has persisted for far too long. As I sit here today, I can't help but reflect on the lives lost, the families torn apart, and the anguish experienced by many countless individuals. I want to stress that every life matters. The lives of Israeli people matters, yes, but so do the lives of Palestinian people. We cannot allow ourselves to fall into the trap of viewing this conflict through a biased lens that prioritizes one group over the other. In recent years, we have seen significant loss of life in Palestine. Hundreds, even thousands of Palestinians have died as a result of military action, blockade, and ongoing violence. These are not just a number, these are human lives. Mothers, fathers, children, each with their own story, hope, and dream. How is it that we live in a world where the suffering of one group can be so easily overshadowed by the pain of others? I believe it is crucial to confront this disparity head on. The United States of America must acknowledge that Palestinians are human beings, deserving of the same rights and protection as anyone else. The United States has long been a supporter of Israel, and while it is vital for nations to have allies, we must ask ourselves, at what cost? The support that U.S. provides has, at the times, contributed to the suffering of innocent Palestinians. This isn't about placing blame. It is about recognizing our collective responsibilities as global citizens. Every time we turn a blind eye, every time we remain silent in the face of injustice, we are complicit. We must bring Israeli government to justice for the action that violates the rights of Palestinians. This is not merely a political stance, it is moral imperative. We have international laws in place designed to protect human rights. These laws exist to ensure that not a group can commit acts of violence, oppression against others without consequences. It is time we hold all parts accountable. We see the headlines, we hear the news, the news reports. But how often do we stop to consider the human cost behind those words? The families that are shattered, the children that are traumatized, the communities that are displaced. I urge you to think about what it means to be human, to have compassion, to empathize with those who are suffering. We cannot allow ourselves to become desensitized to the violence and pain that so many face daily. Imagine waking up to the sound of bombs, not knowing if you or your loved ones would survive the day. Imagine living under constant fear and oppression with a little hope for a better future. This is the reality for many Palestinians today. But there is hope. There are countless individuals, organizations, fighting for justice, advocating for peace and striving to create a world where all lives are valued equally. We must support these efforts. We must stand in solidarity with the people, with those who are oppressed, regardless of their nationality or creed. It is time to implement international laws that protects human rights without bias. It is time to ensure that justice is served not just for those who have power, but for everyone. We cannot be passive observers. We have to be active participants in the fight for justice. Educate yourself, engage in conversation, and advocate for those who cannot advocate for themselves. Share the stories of those affected by this conflict. Raise awareness. Use your voice, your platform, your privilege. Call for change, whether it is through social media, community organizing, or simply talking to friends and families. Every action counts. I want to emphasize that it is not just a call to action for one group or others. It is a call for all of us. We are part of this global community, and we value the values we uphold. Justice, equality, and human rights should transcend borders. We have to ask ourselves, what kind of world do we want to live in? A world where some lives are valued more than others, or a world where every person, regardless of their background, ethnicity, or beliefs, is treated with respect and afforded their rights? Throughout history, we have seen that justice is often delayed, but it should never be denied. The voice of the oppressed must not be silenced. They must be heard. The international community has a responsibility to intervene and support those in need, to advocate for policies that prioritize human rights over political agenda. Many people are doing incredible work on the ground. Human rights organizations, activists, and everyday citizens. They are risking their lives to document the reality faced by many Palestinians, to provide aid and to advocate for peace. We must amplify their voices. Our collective responsibility doesn't end with awareness. We must confront our own biases and engage in difficult conversations. It is easy to find comfort and narrative that align with our own beliefs, but true understanding requires to listen and empathize with those who have different experiences. I encourage you to seek out diverse perspectives, read books, watch documentaries, and follow credible sources to provide insight into Palestinian struggle. Understanding the history, the context, and the human stories behind the headlines is crucial in shaping a more informed and compassionate worldview. Change is possible, but it requires all of us to stand up and take action. We can advocate for policy change that promotes peace and justice. We can support organizations that are working tirelessly to provide humanitarian aid to those in need. Every small action counts to larger movements for change. And let us not forget about the power of grassroots movements. History has shown us that when ordinary people come together, they can create extraordinary change. The time for change is now. The momentum is building, and we must not let this moment pass us by. Imagine a future where Israeli and Palestinians can coexist peacefully, where children can play without fear, where families can strive without oppression. It is a vision worth fighting for, and it is achievable if we work together. I want to leave you with a message of hope. It may feel daunting, but every step we take towards justice is a step towards healing. The journey might be long, but together we can make a difference. So I invite you to join me in this fight for justice. Share this message, engage your communities, and let us hold those in power accountable. Let us stand together, not just for the lives of Israelis or Palestinians, but for the sanctity of all human life. Thank you for taking the time to listen today. Your engagement matters. Let us create a world where every life is valued, where justice is served, and where peace is not just a dream but a reality for everyone. Together, we can be the change we wish to see in this world. Let us stand up for justice and human rights, because every life truly matters.